Ready to find out more about the small businesses and artists in your town? Small Biz is where it is. Let's support our community by shopping small, keeping it local, and keeping things all fine and dandy.
Hey guys, and welcome to our third annual Hot Wing Challenge show, I guess we call it.
Yeah, the Hot Wing Challenge.
That's what it's called. You already have a British accent.
Yes, I haven't had any hot sauce yet, neither.
Oh boy. So if you're not familiar, a couple years ago, we started doing this thing where we kind of copy the Hot Ones show on YouTube, but instead of using all their big sauces, we use local hot sauces from typically mom and pop shops, small business, like we do everything. So the whole thing that we do here and that we've done for a couple years before this is we'll ask some questions to each other, and as we're answering the questions, we'll take a bite of these. We haven't tried these yet, so they could all be killer hot. They could all be really minor. We don't know yet. We'll find out as we go. And then another little twist this year is when we first started the podcast, our very first episode, we called it It's Nice to Meet You, I think. And Angie and I did some questions and answers to each other to allow you guys to get to know us and to kind of see how well we know each other too. And because we're new in Asheville here now, we thought, why not combine these? This was your genius, actually.
Yeah. Yep.
And we said, let's do it. Let's do just me and you. Also going to be drinking.
We're in North Carolina.
Small business, local beers. And we're going to talk about them as we go. I think I'm going to start with this guy right here.
Okay, very cool. All right. And I also want to shout out to some of our past hot sauce guests that have been on the show from Florida.
Yeah.
So Stanky Sauce, which we love. They have some really great sauces, a really great barbecue sauce even, but hot sauces are their main thing, but hot sauce with a lot of flavor. Right?
Yes, and if you haven't heard of them, you got to go to their website and try it.
And they travel all over the United States, going to all the different hot sauce conventions and markets, and their branding is really cute. And the other is Mad Ombre.
It's my t-shirt I have on.
That's the t-shirt you have on. That's right. So shout out to those two small batch
so good
hot sauces in Florida for being guests on our...
Pro tip, if you get their pineapple habanero, it's good on ice cream.
It is really good on ice cream.
Yeah.
And some of them are really good on fish too. We've marinated fish or shrimp in it. I'm putting a lime in the summer lime lager that I have.
Summer Lime Lager. And I'm going to do this little thing where I'm going to tell you a little bit about these beers. So Summer Lime Lager is from New Belgium Brewing Company, a couple that were inspired to start a brewery from bicycling through Belgium. They started this in Colorado. Their second location is in West Asheville. They're not as much of a mom and pop, the one we're going to start off with here. They're a little bit of a big company now, but they have blended in well in West Asheville. They've helped the community. They've helped that area. So we want to go ahead and plug them. And I also do want to say, those of you that are beer aficionados in Asheville are going to be like, there were so many other places they could have went.
There's too many.
We're learning. So we've gathered the beers from the different places that we know of, but we're learning and we're really open and excited for suggestions on breweries to go check out. One of our dear friends is the master brewer at Sideways Farm and Brewery in Etowah. Yep. So we are all about it and we love that. Anyway, cheers. And I'm also going to have this one. I've had one from them before, but I'm going to have a beer from Green Man. I am having their...
I should have done like this. Hey.
Product placement.
This one's really good. It's very light. And I think we were kind of going for lighter beers since we are eating it with the hot sauces because we know from past experience, we've drank a lot of beer during the episode.
This is going to get fun. Also, but I did not start off with the lightest beer. I have one beer that's not quite so light, but I really like the Green Man Porter. This is the Green Man Special Amber Ale. Already I'm tongue-tied and it's a one simple beer. But they've been in Asheville since 1977. They're one of the original breweries in Asheville. They have 2 tap rooms in Asheville. They have food there too. They're dog friendly like everywhere. So we'll drop some links in the show notes for the sauces and for the beers as we go. But let's get into it.
Yeah, I think this was a good pairing with this not being quite such a small company. The first hot sauce that we're doing is a little bit of a bigger operation, but they they do have a storefront in downtown Asheville, and it's called Pepper Palace.
Oh, yes.
And I passed by, we were looking for one more.
Wait a minute, you passed by Pepper Palace?
I passed by Pepper Palace, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But it's all made by this, all the sauces and rubs and everything they have in the store is actually made by one company in Sevierville, Tennessee. So really, you know, just a hop and a skip and a jump. So I picked out an apple smoked habanero.
Ooh.
And the reason I did that is because everybody knows like Hendersonville area is known for like their apple orchards.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's apple season.
And it's apple season. So I thought this one was actually perfect because it's still speaking to the area. So I'm thinking this is going to be a little bit of a sweeter with a little bit of a
start
kick in it.
Be a nice start. Now, how do I know? I'm going to ask.
Do you want to put extra on yours like we did last time, or do you want to wait?
Let's put a little dab. Let's go a little dab.
All right, and this is going to be the one with your red.
With the red toothpick.
Can
I give a shout out to Angie for a minute here? So yeah, I set up all the cameras and mics and lighting and stuff here in our little tiny kitchen, but she's been cooking wings for the past few hours and organizing how the sauces are going to go and color coding things so we don't screw this up. So there is some logistics here. So thank you for this. This is awesome.
Of course. And we're, how do you want to do the questions? Like, do you want to ask after we try and we got some heat in our mouth?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And I think what we did, we're just going to do 2 questions each. We don't know what the questions are.
Nope.
And we're going to allow you guys to get to know us. And I'm going to
get to know us.
I've already gotten my wings.
Yeses.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
You did a dab.
So this is the apple smoked habanero from
Here we go.
Pepper Palace.
Cheers.
Dink, dink.
The wings are cooked great. Oh, it's very sweet. Oh, it's got some heat on it. Oh, it's got some heat on it.
So the sweetness comes first, but the habanero follows that pretty quickly.
Very quickly.
Oh, I like it a lot.
I do too. Oh, it's delicious. I'm trying not to. So this is, heat-wise, this is about where I would order in a restaurant.
Yeah, this is pretty mild, but it's got a little kick to it.
It's like, to me, it's like hot. Like if you order regular hot.
This would be really good, like on some just chicken breast barbecued on the grill.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Where did we go on our first real date?
Our first real date was to Velvet Sessions in Orlando.
What about Chili's?
I mean, that was like...
That was a spur of the moment, meet me there. You mean
that was like
that was like a hookup date.
A hookup date.
Okay, all right. So it was.
I remember we didn't eat very much food. We just got on with the date.
I didn't have wings.
Yeah.
I didn't have fingers.
I say our first formal one is Velvet Sessions. Is that what you did you put Chili's?
No, I didn't put an answer, but I was.
But yeah, I think Velvet Sessions in Orlando, we did like the cocktail hour there. And there was like a live band playing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Velvet Sessions is, they do a cocktail party and they do like an older band like Bret Michaels or something. And we used to go to their Halloween party every year too, which was amazing. We won it once.
Now, actually, I would consider that our first one because that was your first official Facebook post of us going on a date.
Oh, it was.
So that's kind of the first legit one.
It was. Well, that was it. Well, it was a great memory. It was great fun.
Many moons ago.
Maybe I'll throw up some pictures of our Halloween costumes, which we made ourselves every year. And by we, I mean I spray painted some stuff and she did all the rest.
You work hard on them too.
A little bit.
You work hard on them too.
All right, I'm going to give you another question.
Yeah, I'll take another one.
All right, so what's a dream goal we both share for our future?
A dream? Oh my gosh. I think there's quite a few of them.
You just need one.
I would say finding the perfect property.
You took my answer.
We have some big dreams for that property too. It needs to be in a valley. It needs to have a mountain view. It needs to have a stream or a little creek running through it.
Yep.
And of course, I think it's more my dream than yours, but I would love to put an Airbnb on the property.
Yep, I understand why.
Home.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
That is definitely the dream I was thinking of. And we want as we've been driving around different areas, we thought we wanted to live on a mountain, and we still do, as long as it's got some rolling hills and you have those mountains all the way around. That's like the most beautiful view. We love that.
Oh, and before I forget, at Pepper Palace, Sam is who helped me pick out some flavors and gave me a little history of like their company and everything. So shout out to Sam if he's watching.
Thanks, Sam.
What was your favorite superhero as a kid, and what is it now? Because you got to have even when you're an adult, you have a favorite superhero.
Yeah, for sure. I would say, I'm not like, I was a kind of a comic book kid too. I'm not as much of a big Marvel guy now as I used to be, except for Deadpool. But I loved Spider-Man. Spider-Man was my favorite thing ever, and I would say that's probably still my favorite. Yeah, especially with the newer movies.
But what made it your favorite?
Spider-Man
as a kid. Yeah.
I don't know. I just remember he was all over my... I think what it was is he did a lot of jokes and banter when he was fighting, which the new movies are a little more like that. But he was a kid instead of a grown-up, and he was constantly making goofy jokes during a fight, and it was campy.
Okay, yeah.
But you know what it was, too, is they kind of kept up with my life, where it was like Spider-Man and his amazing friends when I was young with like Firestar and Iceman.
Yeah.
And then they made like a better one that was voiced by the guy that plays Doogie Howser, or what's his name on How I Met Your Mother. And it was a lot more like 3D. So it kind of went with my age as I grew. And then the movies came out and my kids were big into it. So that's definitely my favorite. What about you?
Wonder Woman as a kid, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Come on.
Women didn't have as many choices back then.
No,
Little
but
girls
see,
did.
I didn't like the new Wonder Womans when they came out.
Yeah.
I felt like they did not make... It should have been like a big Amazonian woman, right?
Yeah,
like
I agree.
Amazon women are big and stronger than men. And she's like this petite little frail thing.
Yeah.
And they chalk too much up to her using her sexuality and her beauty.
Well, they
and I
had. You
was
knew
like,
they were going to do that. Right.
Barfaroni.
And what about now, though?
I think... So I never remember that in Black Panther, the women that guard him.
Oh, the soldiers.
That are his soldiers are probably my favorite.
I don't know their names.
Because they are like kick-ass.
But
I like any of the, like Black Widow. I kind of like superheroes now that aren't really superheroes. They're just kick-ass women.
They don't have superpowers.
They don't have superpowers. They'll just kick your ass.
Yeah.
Like that's what I like. Yeah.
I like that.
So I think I lean more towards that.
Very nice.
Definitely.
Well, Hawkeye could fit in there. He's got nothing but a bow.
Yeah, exactly. If you had to choose one thing to save from a fire at the house besides me and the puppies, what would it be?
Easy. My iPad. You knew I was going to say that. You knew that. The chances are good with the second puppy. On my third trip, I might have the iPad in the other hand. But yeah, for sure.
Mine would be like memorabilia stuff.
Yeah.
Like, our little box of stuff with our kids or notes we've written to each other.
Now I sound
stuff
shallow,
like that.
don't I?
Well, you've kind of stored all that on your iPad.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, I have scanned.
You scan it and have pictures
and taken
of
photos
it. So
of all that. Yeah.
Me, I have want the physical stuff. All right, we want to do wing number 2.
All right, wing number 2.
This one looks really amazing. Oh, and we did not try any of these beforehand so that we would have a nice little surprise by the time we were doing the wing challenge.
Yeah, that's a great point. So can I tell about this one?
Yeah,
so
that one's yours.
This one is grilled jalapeno hot sauce from Biscuit Head. Now, everyone and their mother has told us, go to Biscuit Head. The food is amazing. So the ingredients on this one are pretty clean. Jalapenos, vinegar, water, salt, spices, and then xanthan gum, which I think is to thicken it or preserve it a bit.
Little thicker. Yep.
Biscuit Head, made in Asheville. The sauce, original restaurant, was founded in 2013. Southern food and biscuits made the right way, as they say. I'm making myself hungry right now.
Their menu kind of reminds me of the Southern Deli in Florida.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. That was, we should pour out some sauce for them because they just closed. But anyways, they make Southern food and biscuits. They focus on local foods and sustainability. They have 4 other flavors of sauce, which I saw when we bought this one. Banana buffalo, which I would have loved, but you don't like banana.
We could try it. Definitely do something different with it.
Yeah, cat scratch, blueberry, jalapeno, and sweet heat. But that banana buffalo, I started thinking, what breakfast food could you put that on?
Oh, yeah, you could probably do something like in a casserole or something.
Yeah,
very
for sure.
interesting. This one just looks like it's going to be really flavorful to me.
It does.
It looks like they've charred.
It smells good, too.
The jalapenos almost, and that's what the little black bits are that you're seeing
it smells
in there.
smoky. Yeah.
So I'm super excited for this one.
All right. Let's try it.
And, you know, we are bad Ashevilleans. We haven't even been to Biscuit Head yet. 2 for 2, I know that.
As far as flavor.
Yeah.
These are amazing. So I don't know how fun it is to watch us eat them because they're not killing me. This one's milder than the first one, but
Grilled jalapeno. It is so good.
that was really good.
And the whole idea behind Biscuit Head is that biscuits are a carrier for anything.
Oh,
right?
that's true.
So they've got jams and, you know, just the hot sauces you can put on the biscuit with you. If you get chicken on it or an egg on your biscuit, you add the hot sauce to it. And those homemade biscuits really absorb moisture,
When are we going there? This weekend?
Yeah,
We should. We're going to go to Granddad's Apples this weekend and try out.
Opening of apple season. Wow,
You'd have to get on these beers to get through all of them before the thing. What's the wildest thing you got away with as a kid that your parents still to this day don't know about? Sorry, Mom. Sorry, other mom.
Oh my God.
Mom-in-law.
So my very first, real kind of boyfriend, I guess, that I was hooking up with.
Yep.
He wanted me to sneak out of the house. And me and my sister shared a room. And our windows were like a little high off the ground. Right? And my dad was up at like 5 a.m. every morning, like to get ready for work. So I was so scared, you know, and then he wanted me to wear something sexy, you know. Ooh. So I like wear something sexy and, you know, put my crappy clothes on over. And this was back before cell phones or anything. So at a certain time, when everybody was asleep, I very quietly got out the window without waking my sister up, left the window cracked a little bit so I could get back in. I had put, earlier that day I'd put like a stool or a bucket or something outside the door.
Right.
So I could get out the window without breaking my hip. That was very planned.
This is premeditated.
So when I came back in the morning, you know, he picked me up like down the golf course.
Can I guess? The stool was gone?
No, stool wasn't gone.
Okay.
But we got back like right as it was like time for my dad to be getting up.
Yep.
And lights were on when I got home.
Oh, God.
And I got in the window as I'm getting in, and my feet are all muddy because it was like raining out or something.
Oh, God.
As I'm coming in, my sister wakes up. And I'm
She wasn't cool, though?
She was 5 years younger than me.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Of course she's going to
That's less of a big deal now.
And I'm like, shh, it's okay. Shh, it's okay. And she never told on me. I don't even know if she remembers it.
Oh, she didn't.
But I got into my bed with muddy freaking feet. So, of course, like before I went to school, I had to like lie and say I started my period and like get the sheets in there. So I got away with it. My mom never knows about it.
Well, now she's going to know.
Yep.
Oh.
Now there's other things I did not get away with because I wrote in my stupid journal. Stupid journals. You don't get away with anything when you write in them suckers.
Oh, that's great. Well, good for you. I will say that as I was getting this question prepared for you, and I thought, you know, now you're going to ask me the same question, I was terrible at getting away with stuff. So when my mom and I were just chatting the other night, and she's like, you were an angel. And I think what she means by that is I wasn't really an angel. But the things I did, I got busted for everything. I snuck out twice, got caught once, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not good at it. So I don't really have one that I got away with. I have plenty of things I tried, like I crashed my car and had this elaborate story and thought they believed me, and then find out later that they asked my cousin, what did he hit, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, I got back from the beach and it was crashed. So
yeah, of course. That sounds like a Logan story right there.
Turtle.
My son Logan.
There was a turtle on a skateboard or whatever that one was.
Child.
If you had to be haunted by a famous person's ghost for the rest of your life, but could choose which dead person the ghost would be, who would you choose? Gotta be famous. I put gotta be famous in there because I don't want you to say like my grandmother and make it all sad or something.
No, I don't want to make it sad. That's a hard one for me because I don't get starstruck or anything.
You and I both are that way, right?
You know, where it's like, who would I want? think I would want somebody smart.
Me too.
That could give me like, maybe the hauntings could turn into something, positive.
Yes. Hard one.
Do I even know somebody? Maybe like a historical figure like Rosa Parks or something.
Yeah, see.
Because she had such like a strong yet peaceful demeanor. Maybe that could help me in some way. She was very tolerant, obviously, of how she was treated.
Wow.
So maybe something like that, because maybe they could redirect when sometimes when like we have our problems that aren't really problems.
And not we don't really have
No, like in life,
Yeah.
Like in life when you just are, facing some kind of challenge that is, hey, do you know what I went through?
Yeah.
Because I'm okay with people saying that to me. Some people get very like, well, it's my experience. I get that.
But you know what?
But knowing somebody that really can kind of, I feel like somebody like her wouldn't like come down on you, but give you a perspective that you could look at.
Right. This isn't as bad. This isn't so bad.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny too is because this is going to seem like a big ass-kissing festival for a minute, but...
Hold on, let me bend over.
Between you and I, you are certainly like one of these people that can just brush things off, and that's life and whatever. And I've gotten better at that as I get older, but there's still things that I start coming apart. It's not really that big a deal, but for the moment, I'm so OCD, it's driving me nuts, whatever. So for you to say that, having a voice that's kind of having you put things in perspective, that's a whole nother level. But it's funny that you and I are so similar, because I thought the same thing when I did it. I thought like Gandhi or somebody that could be like that good spirit on your shoulder that could sort of be talking to you the whole time and saying, this is okay, take a deep breath.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, your wife does that for you.
Right. Yeah.
Now, that being said, I can brush things off, but sometimes in the moment, I get heated.
Yeah.
Like, I am like confrontational when it comes to things where I want to resolve it.
Yes.
Like, no, it's not going to linger. It needs to freaking happen right now.
And I want to shrink down to this tiny little space in the center of my body that is isolated in my cave. I'm sure there's some psychological stuff going on.
I'm like, let's just hash it out. Let's just get it out in the open. I can't go to bed until it's done.
I love that about you.
That's how I am.
I did want to mention the Lazy Hiker Brewery, because I just opened
I'm not drinking that one yet.
I just opened
Dan is fast with the beers, man.
I might be doing all the beers, but this one's called Trailmate Golden Ale from the Lazy Hiker Brewing Company in Franklin, North Carolina. And coincidentally, we were just 2 buildings down from there. We didn't know at the time.
We just stopped someplace for lunch, and it was like they had it on the menu, so you got it, and then we drove by it. Like
as we're looking to a place to turn around, we drove by. It's in an old firehouse. It's the coolest little place, but this is their blonde ale. I don't know that much about them, to be honest, because...
Yeah, we're going to have to go back there and actually go to the brewery.
Yeah,
the pups were wore out that day. It was time to take them home.
But it's so good. It's right there in Franklin. It's about an hour from here, and I really enjoyed this beer, so cheers.
Okay, cheers again. I got like a quarter left still. All right. It'll be all right. Yeah. Okay, questions. Okay. But if you could invent one sport that you would play, like it would be fun to you, and actually, what would it be?
Oh, if I could invent a sport?
You gotta invent a sport. What would it be? I already have in my brain.
Fireball? There's an inside joke if you're a Friends fanatic. Yeah. Oh God, if I could invent a sport. So it would have to be like a physical thing. Yeah. Oh wow, that's a really hard question.
I mean, I don't know if it had to be physical. Chess isn't physical, it's a sport. You know what I mean?
Chess isn't a sport. They want to call it a sport. It's not a sport. I don't know. That would take some deep dive there to really think. I mean, I guess because I liked hockey, I like something that is where your body is moving very fast, and there's some precision you have to work out.
It could be dangerous too. It don't matter.
Maybe soccer, but with airsoft guns going off at the same time. I don't know.
See, I thought you would do something with drones. Like drone fights or...
if that's considered a sport.
Or like drone obstacle courses or something.
You know what?
I was thinking it would be something to do with tech. I think mine would be some type of extreme dodgeball on trampolines.
You're going with the same way I went, like dodgeball. That'd be great.
Oh, I love dodgeball. Who doesn't love getting pelted in the face with a rubber ball? They're probably not even allowed to do it now because people are too sensitive. I love it. I have always loved dodgeball. Yeah, but on trampolines. Okay, what type of music is most likely to be on your playlist?
Oh, that's so easy. You know.
No, I don't. Not nowadays. I don't really think you listen to music as much as you used to.
I don't. I listen to it once in a while. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I like old 80s rock, 90s rock. I think 90s rock, believe it or not, I'm a child of the 80s rock, but 90s rock was kind of my jam. I loved it more, maybe. And even the rock that comes out now, I don't like the absolute death metal kind of, but I do like Slipknot and Stone Sour and all those bands. Yeah. So I like the heavier stuff. My favorite band of all time is, do you know?
Avenged Sevenfold.
No, I really love them though. Chevelle.
Dang it, I knew that.
Favorite band ever. Yeah.
I knew that because Logan loves that band. He used to play their music all the time.
Underrated band. What about you? What would be on yours? Hold on, let me guess.
Come on.
Is it like 80s and 90s dance music like Madonna and Rihanna?
Heck yeah.
You almost
I mean, any poppy dance music.
Yeah.
But you know me. I'm constantly like, you should make a track of like the songs I sing because I'm so random.
You are completely random.
I just I'll hear a word and I swear I could sing lyrics to any song that there is out there because I couldn't tell you the name of the band or who sings it.
But I could
sing it.
Yeah.
I could sing. I can start singing it. Country songs that come on, I can start singing them.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you do.
And
like
I don't love country, but there is I love Jelly Roll.
I know Jelly Roll.
In the country genre, but to me he's not really country. It's more like rock, rappy kind of
I kind of like some of his stuff too, honestly, and I don't really like country music. So,
but he's a good writer because he's struggled. We've talked about that before. Really good music, and pop music is it's not the words, right?
Yeah.
It's the beat.
Sure.
It's the beat. It's if you can dance to it.
It's a different thing.
But people that get to your soul, right? A song that can make you cry, it's because they've struggled with something. That's why.
I think you just nailed it.
No Britney Spears song has made you cry.
I think you just nailed it. That's what it was for me for music, was always music that like talked to me in a way that kind of touched my life in a way, or maybe I could relate to it, which is, I guess, why I never got into the dance stuff, because that's just feeling good music.
Yeah.
What did happen to me, though, maybe my junior, senior year, I discovered that I absolutely, positively love, to this day, disco music. I don't care how silly people say it is.
Should be our Halloween costume this year.
Oh my God, I would love it.
We want to do something fun this year.
But I love it. I love it. And my argument has always been for people like, are you kidding me? It's the corniest. It's the happiest music that's ever been
Can't be in a bad mood.
There are no sad disco songs.
Everybody's coked up and got the Quaaludes. There's no non-fun
and those outfits,
music.
Nobody's getting it's like you had a Halloween costume on every day.
So let's talk about that, because that sounds like a really fun Halloween costume.
We got to put a pin in it, because I definitely want to consider that.
Okay, so let's move on to our next sauce then. You already did the beer.
Yes, we're going to be hammered.
This next one I'm actually pretty excited about. This, because of the name, it sounds like it's going to be really hot. It is made in Asheville. It's called Firewalker.
Ooh.
And I think we found this one at a market, if I'm not wrong. The WNC market.
Maybe, I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It is made in Asheville. Handmade small batches with, of course, what most of the people do around this area is locally grown produce.
That's amazing.
They're really, farm to table type restaurants down here. So we love that.
Not only is that supporting small local businesses, but it tastes better when it's...
It does. This is made with no artificial preservatives, sugar, or GMOs. The founder, Franco, I read a little bit about him.
Yep.
I may or may not have. He was looking to create a hot sauce that had the flavor, just not the heat. Not just heat, but flavor too, which is so many of the people that we've met. And this is what he came up with. So
I love it.
I put some little dabs on mine.
And I would like to add, because I've seen a bunch of these, I don't know, this is their original, so this is probably a little bit more mellow, but they do have hotter and hotter flavors.
Yeah, he does have other flavors, yep. every single one of these that we've had so far has had amazing flavor.
Oh my God.
Literally really good flavor. This heat hits your tongue right at the tip. Isn't that funny? Just the tip.
No, I didn't do mine that way. I think it depends on where it hits.
Just the tip.
Promise? I didn't do mine that way though. I think it depends on where you put it in your mouth. Wow, this sounds...
Oh, wow. Maybe everybody's taste buds are different. Maybe like some of your taste buds are larger in the front.
Yeah.
And as you get deeper towards the back.
They get smaller?
They get smaller.
Mm-hmm. It would have been popular. Anyway, very good. Awesome flavor. Love it. And the funny thing is, as we're going through these, I'm thinking in my mind, I just want to mark them because so far, and to be honest, when it gets like hell hot and we're dying, it's funny and it's fun, but I'm not going to eat it again. So far, I would eat every one of these. We just save them for recipes around here. So good.
Oh, yeah.
Do you prefer stories that mess with your mind or mess with your heart?
Ooh, I say my mind.
I know. I knew you were going to say it. As I was digging up these questions, coming up with some of them, but you know what? I always say that you and I are not that similar, and maybe that's part of why we have been so...
We are and we aren't.
But we are in some ways, and that is one of those ways, because I think about, I don't like stories that mess with my heart. I like stories that mess with my mind, and you like them both, but you prefer the mind one. You could have guessed that about me, that's why I didn't let you answer it, because...
Yeah.
It's also the stories I write. So the trick is a story that messes with both.
If you have a good balance, then
that's very hard to do.
It's really hard to do. I think you do pretty good with that, though.
And also, I guess it's a good time to plug my writing, but I have a couple of published novels under Daniel Fox, so danielfoxbooks.com or Amazon, and they're like thrillers, psychological thrillers, and maybe paranormal a bit, but that's kind of my jam. So what's your guilty pleasure song or artist that you're kind of embarrassed to admit you love?
Oh.
This is a hard one because you're so not embarrassed by anything.
Embarrassed by anything.
I know. So I kind of...
it would probably be like country music.
Yeah.
Like,
Are you embarrassed because I don't like country or just...
No, just because I don't love country, usually. I only like country if it sounds poppy. Like...
Jelly Roll.
Taylor Swift. She's not really... She started country.
I didn't know she was country.
But, yeah, she started country, but she's not really... She's poppy,
So what song? Or is it just the artist?
Strawberry Wine, and I don't know who the singer is.
I've heard you sing that.
Strawberry Wine, 17.
Oh, boy.
Strawberry Wine.
Hey, but I just want to thank Lazy Hiker because the beer works.
Hey, I don't need to drink this beer to give you these beautiful melodies all day long.
All right.
Go on.
Mine is there's a song from Billie Eilish called Happy or Happier Than Ever. I freaking love that song. Love that song. I probably listened to it 100 times.
That is funny.
But it's so good. It's done so well. It's put together so well.
She's very talented.
Agreed.
So that makes sense. Beer or wine? That's it. That's the question. Beer or wine? You have to choose.
Wine.
I already know the answer to it.
Did you know?
Yeah, the audience should know.
That changes with age.
I think so. So next question, what is your favorite type of food?
Oh my God, that's in my list, I think.
Yeah.
You know this one.
Mexican food.
We should do that shot now.
We are, because it's on the next hot sauce that we're doing it, actually.
100%.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to our next one. I'm going to let you introduce this one.
All right, this one is Jalapeno Tequila and Lime by Sugar Skull.
This is the one we're going to do a shot with because it says tequila.
And we are going to throw up a picture of the bottle of all these as we go. But yeah, Sugar Skull Hot Sauce, Asheville, North Carolina, jalapeno, tequila, and lime. I don't know if we went through the ingredients of all of these, but this one is water, jalapeno pepper, vinegar, serrano pepper, onion, lime juice, tomatillo?
Tomatillo?
Tomatillo.
Tomatillo?
Tomatillo.
I'm so white.
Tomatillo. Shallots, tequila, alcohol. Whoa, it's got booze in it.
Tequila.
Olive oil, sugar, salt, garlic powder. Now it did say tequila, but I didn't think it really had tequila in it, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, a little bit about them. They started The owner, Rob Davis, purchased a brew-at-home hot sauce kit and grew from there. We've heard this kind of thing before. It's awesome when people have a passion like that. Instead of charging for his sauces at the beginning, he took donations for a local organization called Veterans Healing Farm. To this day, I do too. God, I love those kinds of stories. It reminds me a little bit of Mad Ombre because they do donations for that stuff. To this day, they still donate a portion of their gross profits to that organization. They have a cayenne garlic that's next on the list to try for us. That was your writing, but I'm in. All right, is it hot?
No, not at all.
Okay, I'm gonna pour it right on.
This one is very mild. I'm gonna do a little more actually. But let me wait a second because you know the heat sometimes comes behind.
How's the flavor on this guy?
Flavor is good. Super mild. Like nothing is overpowering anything else.
Oh, wait.
What? Did you put a little too much?
I challenge you for your super mild to really douse it in this stuff.
Okay, I did.
Oh my goodness. Yep. This one got me a little bit. Surprised me because I'm heavy.
This one is very much like in my sinuses.
It's a sneak attack. Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
Surprise.
Ooh, surprise.
We're going to take a commercial break now to drink our shot of tequila.
Holy shite.
Thought this was mellow, Angie. This is the hottest one we've had so far. You must have had like an eyedropper full on you.
I thought I put a little bit on there.
I think you missed.
Holy fudge moly.
Yeah, I'm hot. I'm hot.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Oh my God.
That was stupid.
I did too. Look. I put it in there.
Oh, mama.
What is it that's burning so bad? Just habanero?
Jalapeno.
It's only jalapeno. Maybe it's that tomatillo stuff, whoever that is.
No, those are like tomatoes.
Oh. Yeah, it's only jalapeno. All right, we are going to die on the next ones.
They're like green tomatoes.
Yeah, we are going to die based on this. Okay. All right.
Ooh.
Are you more of a night owl who loves the chaos of late hours or an early bird who thrives on the peace of dawn?
I'm a medium. I'm an in-between. I'm awake at 8 o'clock and I'm not a night owl.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
But
you are a medium.
But I'm not a morning person. I'm like a mid-morning to late afternoon girl.
You are a go to bed at a respectable, not too early hour, and get up at a respectable, but not too early.
I'm not getting up with the sun. Like, it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, you don't want to go to bed too late or too early, and you don't want to get up too late or too early.
I do like to listen to my body too, though.
I have been most of my life a person that loves to stay up late into the late hours and to get up early. So
What has changed, Daniel?
I'm having to decide which one I want to be, because when you get into your 50s, your body goes, "Hey, dude, 6 hours ain't going to do it." So I find that if you go to bed...
That's not what's it in the morning, though. Your little puppies snuggle up to you and you don't want to get out.
You are correct. My boy dog. You know what it's the boy dog. The boy dog is a cuddler.
He's a snug there.
I love my girl dog. We're such cheesy dog parents, I know. It's ridiculous. If you love your dog, you get it. If you could rewrite the ending of any movie or show, which one would it be and how would you change it?
Freaking Game of Thrones.
That's because you're watching it right now again. No, that's why.
It's not why. I would have done.
Would you have said that?
Frick yeah, I would have. It's the most disappointing shit I've ever watched in my life. You know, some people might have loved the ending, and you know, somebody like me didn't love the ending. I wanted it to be different. But you're either going to be happy or disappointed from an ending of a story.
I don't know if you're going to find anyone that loved the ending, but maybe.
Maybe. That's right. But speaking of Game of Thrones, our next sauce, this kind of tied in really good. Didn't even plan this, people. Is Dragon's Breath. I'm really excited about this one.
Me too. Before we do, though, we didn't do our tequila shot.
Oh, shoot. Well, we have to do tequila in representation of the last one, the Sugar Skull tequila, jalapeno tequila and lime.
Nice.
Cheers.
This is not a small business tequila, so we're just going to do it.
Oh, no. This is just the good tequila.
Margaritas. Okay.
Cha! I'm gonna make margaritas.
What's that from? Friends.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as we're getting into this next sauce too, I want to mention that I have moved on to, also have you. Look, you started before me on this one.
I'll be so drunk by the end of this.
This one is from Innovation Brewing, and I'm going to tell you a little bit of info about Innovation Brewing.
I'm looking at the hot sauce as Dan's talking about the beer we're drinking.
Yeah. So this is the Afternoon Delight Blonde Ale. We did try the beers ahead of time just to make sure we knew we would like them.
Yeah.
This one is light.
Because we did want something a little lighter.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't so heavy.
And usually our go-to is a darker beer like a porter or a stout. But with wings, you can only have one porter or stout or 2 or 10.
This one's pretty good.
Yeah, this one's really good. It's almost like a Belgium to me, but a little bit of info about this one. This one was started by Nicole and Chip. They met through the Asheville beer scene, which I think is incredibly cool.
That's cool.
They started this whole thing in 2017. 10 years brewing, 25 beers on tap, 3 locations. We're talking Silva, Dillsboro, and Cullowhee, if I'm pronouncing that properly. As their website says, crisp lagers, malty ales, smiling faces, and foot-tapping music. So
I love that.
I do too. I love also that they met in Asheville through the beer scene.
And on their can it says that it's brewed with traditional German hops. I don't know the difference between the two, but we do have friends that have a hop farm in Florida, so they would probably know.
Oh, it's so good though. Oh, it's so good. This is one of my favorites.
This is a good one.
Well, let's talk about that sauce.
Oh yeah,
Dragon's breath.
That was like such a great lead into this. Oh my goodness. I'm really excited about this one because the smell of this is really phenomenal. And it's made with dragon's breath pepper, which I've never had.
I haven't either.
It sounds a little scary.
This one's made in Denton, North Carolina, I guess.
Denton, North Carolina.
Yeah.
And they do sauces, rubs, and seasonings, things like that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, made with these dragon's breath peppers. What's different about this one is it's got fire roasted tomatoes in it.
Oh, nice.
And I love a good fire roasted tomato.
You do. You're the cook in the house.
Yeah, so I'm gonna sprinkle a couple little drops.
So we're trying to increase in heat as we go to make it more fun, but we don't know. It could have been the hottest ones already.
Yeah, we read the ingredients and kind of put them in order as what we think would be the hottest.
Now, did you put it on yours, the extra sauce?
Yeah, and just so everybody knows, like I had tossed these in the sauce before I put them in the oven to kind of bake it in.
All right, I'm going big on this.
So we're getting a lot more heat than I think you would even normally get because it is like baked into the skin.
Interesting about this one, it looks like it's going to be watery, but it's pretty thick sauce. If you look, see, I'm putting it all over it.
Okay, I'm going to try a little more then. Let's see if we die again.
I mean, I really coated it.
Yeah, it's like a very tomato pasty kind of thickness, right?
Oh, it's got good. Oh, this one has really good heat. Yeah. We are increasing. Whoa.
But can you taste the smokiness of it?
I can. It's got an amazing flavor. It's got an amazing flavor. It is far and above the hottest heat. It's the hottest heat we've had.
I have been really super. Oh, Lord and Mama.
Okay.
It's called Dragon's Breath for a reason, guys.
This is where eating the whole wing starts getting hard. Oh, man.
It's called Dragon's Breath for a reason. And this is by Spicers, by the way. And I think we found these. Did we find these ones at the market, too?
Farmer's Market, yeah.
It hurts when you talk.
Oh, my God. I'm sweating.
Oh, Mama.
Wow. Wow, that's hot.
Holy.
I want to thank Innovation Brewing for saving me from the pain temporarily. All right, let's rush into that question. You ready? Isn't it my turn for question? All right, we better get into it. Because it's when you're burning to death, that's when it's hard to answer. Oh, God. Oh, my God. What are we doing?
So this one is hitting me like...
Me too.
Right there in the tongue.
Me too. Both sides of my tongue. Also in my neck, head, shoulders, and back. What'd you do? We had tequila shots and then half and half. Who was your childhood celebrity crush?
Oh, Lordy. Oh my gosh. Childhood, like what ages? Like teenagehood?
Whatever maybe the first
Probably,
celebrity crush.
really digging is probably Sebastian Bach from Skid Row.
Oh, that's older though.
Yeah, that was probably like my real celebrity crush.
So you didn't have like a celebrity crush when you were young?
Like little tiny? No, because here's the thing, I wasn't allowed to partake of like, oh, you know what? I take that back. George Michael.
Oh, nice choice.
Yeah, we used to come up with little skits to make his music.
I love so much about that answer is you picked someone who's not into women.
Yep.
And my first celebrity crush was a woman.
Jack.
Yes. You knew that. Oh my God. My first celebrity crush was a woman that's not into men. Yeah, it's too funny.
Absolutely. What is your favorite thing about moving to Asheville?
That's my very last question for you.
Isn't that hilarious?
You did it in the middle.
I did it in the middle. We came up with these on our own.
My favorite thing. Oh, it's so hard to pick a favorite.
Yeah.
I guess if I had to pick a favorite, it would be, oh God, that's hard because I love the small business community. Mm-hmm. I'm not just saying that, but
it's super tight-knit up here.
I will say we did great in Florida, but it took a while to sort of crack into that. Here, it's like open arms. Everyone's like, come forth. Let's promote small business together. It was like immediately. I love that. The biggest thing for me, honestly, is the nature. Mountains, the hiking. It's just, sometimes I like drive up to the convenience store. I look over and I'm like, oh my God, we live here. Yeah. So the mountains.
It doesn't get old.
That to me, it makes me, it's like a drug to me. Yeah. It's like a decompression drug. That's my favorite thing. There's a lot of things I love about it, but that's my favorite. Yeah, what's yours?
My favorite thing has been like, I kind of feel like we're still on vacation. Like every weekend we're going exploring a new town and finding a new trail, or there are some that we repeat because it's like during the week or whatever where we don't have much time and
even those
go
are
to
fun.
The basic.
Yeah.
But it's really the Saturdays are like our adventure day.
Yep.
And we're going and finding a new place every weekend.
I love
meeting new people.
You know what I love about all of that though? Sometimes we do this thing where we go, oh, we really need, God, we've been renting and we want to find a place and, we check this town. We really like that town. We got it. I'm almost like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we finding? But what a good problem to have where our weekends are filled with hiking new trails or maybe ones we already like, checking out a new town to see if we want to live there. What a cool thing.
I really feel also very grateful that we're in a position where we can take our time.
I guess it's because maybe it's my dad's voice, but it's like, stop renting. I heard that my whole life. Stop renting.
I feel like a lot of yours is another one of the selfless things. You keep saying, I really want to get you your house.
I
want to get you.
I didn't know you were going to go there. Don't go there on here.
I'm not a needy girl.
Don't do that in this video.
And the fact that you just always want to like give me what I want is something I've never really had. So
you're going to this is going to get to I didn't we're going to get mushy.
Mushy and teary-eyed.
Just like to let you all know that we're drinking.
Sensitive one in this situation.
Okay, I just want to let you all know we are drinking half and half.
Okay, so where is some place that you would like to visit or travel that you haven't already?
Oh man, you could guess this.
Disneyland in California.
Oh, I love that idea, but no, I do really want to go there. But if I had to pick one place,
Alaska.
Yes, that's a bigger deal.
All right.
I'm a big Disney nerd, which is sort of weird for a guy my age, maybe, but I love it. I don't know if it's my own childhood where I only got to go once, or I took my kids there 1,000 times, but there's something about it.
I think it's the connection with your kids, with
something about
Disney.
it. And I just learned from my daughter that she has like Haunted Mansion tattoos and stuff, so Not that that's the reason, but it kind of just polished it up. But so that would be mine. What about you?
Okay, Ireland, but it's definitely my roots, and I've heard the countryside is so beautiful. It's just a simpler kind of. There's certain times a year, though. There's very rainy, cold season that you don't want to go in.
Yes.
And my other place would be Costa Rica. And why do I want to go to Costa Rica? What do I want to catch there? Peacock bass.
Are they especially delicious or something?
I don't know. They look cool. It's the only reason I want to get them.
I love it. The next one we're doing here is called Extra Hot Reserve from Oh Yeah, a company
Oh
called
yeah, shake that up before
Yeah.
you serve it, please.
And the ingredients on this, is super tiny writing, is apple cider vinegar, habanero, chili pepper, sweet potatoes, onion, apple, tomatoes, prepared horseradish. Wow, this sounds amazing. Molasses, mustard, salt, turmeric, peaches, bell pepper, carrots, garlic. There's only 40 more. Listen.
Well, this has the most ingredients.
Olive
of
oil,
any.
spices, salt, and turmeric again, which is weird, but yeah, this is gonna be awesome. So
Okay, so this has more ingredients than any sauce I've ever had, I think.
yeah, I know. It's like a whole meal.
Interesting, though.
So let's talk about it for a minute, because another small business called Early Girl Eats encouraged the founder of this one to start making larger batches to sell at markets. Soon that business started to use the sauce in their restaurant, that being Early Girl Eats, and sell the bottles. So that's pretty awesome. I love when small businesses merge together. But it is made and bottled in Asheville. It's what's called a health sauce. So every ingredient has a health benefit, and that might be why it has so many ingredients there.
I love that.
Is it hot?
Well, I don't want to say that because
After the last one?
I said that before. No, it's hot.
Is it?
Yeah, the heat's coming.
Oh, it's slow. Oh, it's slow. You might think we're kidding here, but we've had episodes where our first year of this, or was it the second one? Our first year, we had all the hot ones first, and then they weren't so hot until the, oh my God, this one's hot. So, for the
What does
clarity,
this have in it?
this is not their regular sauce. This is their extra, extra hot version. Because somebody picked that one out. Me.
Oh,
Yeah.
mama.
It's still not as hot as the last one. Not as
No,
hot as the last one.
it's
All
not.
right. What's the worst fashion trend you ever rocked?
Fucking mullet.
Oh, that is a fashion trend. You had a mullet?
Okay, it was an accidental mullet, okay?
Tell me I have a picture of this mullet.
I have a picture of it.
Okay, that's coming up right now.
So, I had like the typical bang, straight blonde hair.
Oh,
I wanted my mom to trim my bang, like trim it. And I guess I must have been giving her a hard time or something.
I love that we're learning new stuff about each other as a result of this show. Oh my God, I don't know. I don't know if the last one's hotter.
I mean, she said I was giving her a hard time. Honestly, I just think she was like trying to pay me back for childbirth or something. I don't know. She had clippers and I wanted her to trim my hair with them. And she went zzz, and like, I'm talking this fucking long.
God, you're like Billy Idol.
Going into 7th grade, summer of 7th grade, or 6th grade, sorry, 6th grade. So my 6th grade year, I was starting with a fucking this long on a buzz cut on the top.
I feel like I've seen this. This sounds like a Joe Dirt mullet.
It was a Joe Dirt mullet.
God. So when I've asked you this question, I was very prepared to tell you my answer, but I had a mullet too. Now I like to think that
You looked cute in the mullet though.
Thank you. Should I get another one? Before I get to the next question, I'd like take a minute to plug our last beer, and that is Rabbit Lager.
That we need because that last one was pretty hot too.
This was one of our favorites. This is from the Asheville Brewing Company. They have 3 locations in Asheville, including North Asheville, where they actually have a movie theater at the brewery running first-run movies.
How have we not been here yet?
I know, including
So
Deadpool
cool.
right now, by the way, if you're watching this when it first came out. So anyway, Asheville Brewing Company, they're in the grocery stores, they're in the markets, and this beer is very good. They do like specialty beers during the holidays and all kinds of stuff. And ooh, here we go. If I could pick your next tattoo, what would it be?
A lobster.
Oh my God. It would be a lobster. I can't believe you got it. We're so schmoopy.
Schmoopy.
You're schmoopy.
No, you're
schmoopy. For those of you old enough to remember Seinfeld.
We need to go get that soon. If you could go back and change your career, what would you choose to do?
It's probably obvious with all the book plugging. I would write. And if somebody just magically said, hey, you have all the money you want and you could just have this career, then I would write, without exaggeration, I would write it at the very least 10 hours a day. Actually write.
Yeah.
Because if I could get up and that was all that was in my mind, because when I do go write, you know, you got to get yourself in the right place and where was I? And now it's an hour and now you got to go home and whatever. So yeah, it would be to write for sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to jump.
I thought it would be that or something in the creative arts.
Yes.
More.
Yeah.
Is definitely what I thought you would.
Well, I don't want to jump ahead because this is what I'm going to do. But my next question for you on Wing 7, just going to ruin it, but it is, if you could pick any job for the rest of your working life and make all the money you needed, what would it be? So what would your job be?
That's so funny. Unfortunately, I need to apply it to myself, but it would probably be something to do with health and wellness.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like there are simple things that you can just teach people or change yourself even that can improve your life so much.
But that's your selflessness because what I've learned about you in the 10 years plus we've been together is you get more joy out of watching someone else's life better from your input than your own.
100%.
I know.
Yeah, it's much more gratifying.
Yeah.
Much more gratifying.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. So this is kind of a question that you asked me earlier. What's the most dangerous thing you did as a kid? Did you get hurt or did you get in trouble for it?
Oh God, I don't know if it was the most dangerous, but when I was 12, I had this big tree house that my parents had built. It was way up between 4 trees, like a platform. And my cousin was maybe 3 or 4 years older than me. And you know, when you're a kid, that's like a big deal. So they took the ladder down, him and his buddies, and they started jumping to the ground. And it was maybe only, I don't know, 10, 12 feet, which is kind of high up to jump. And so I started jumping. I was like, oh, I'm going to do it too. You know, I'm scared at first. I was the youngest one. So you sit on your butt and kind of scoot off the jump spot and jumped off. The second time we all did it, you know, put the ladder back, I had corduroy pants on, which is coincidentally like a fashion thing from back then. But my legs, as they sort of went underneath as I jumped, they hooked on a nail underneath the treehouse and I was hanging.
Oh my gosh.
From my pants. And as I'm reaching back and I'm panicking and they're all like, what the hell? It ripped loose and I landed right on my face. And all the tree roots at the bottom of the tree, and you know some of this, but one of the rubbery ones went in, around, and underneath my eye. Split my cheek, split my face, 32 stitches later, plastic surgery later.
And you don't look like Frankenstein.
No, I still have a little tiny scar, but I totally didn't get away with it because it was like all of a sudden everything went black. They all I remember them looking scared and running home. I just remember going to 3 different doctors and, you know, thank God for my parents. Do you have something like that or?
I have so many different ones, but I would say the one, I think I've told you this one before. Me and my cousin would climb up this weeping willow tree. Huge weeping willow tree in Michigan. And my Aunt Roxanne had an Uncle Bill's backyard. And I fell out.
That's right.
Way up high.
Did you hit limbs on the way down or?
No, I grabbed the you know, because they hang. And so I was like all just scraped up, but I hit the ground hard.
You probably slowed down.
And we just never tell parents what happens.
I wouldn't have told them.
Because they're never going to let you climb the tree again.
Trust me,
I'm going to climb that tree again. Like it's going to happen.
If I didn't eat my face back, I promise I wouldn't have told my parents either. I bet you slowed yourself down though.
I did. I've also been, you know, shot in the head with a pellet gun. I have been, there's too many things. There's too many things. Luckily, I was never majorly hurt where I had to go to the hospital for anything. Like even that pellet in my head, we didn't go to the hospital. We kept it quiet because my cousin would have got his ass beat to death.
Oh
like seriously.
God, I know.
Like I have one more. How many siblings do you have?
Well, you know the answer to this one.
Well, I don't know if I can tell you right now because I've had a few drinks.
I don't know if I can either.
Wait, is it 8?
So it's 7. I'm
okay.
the first of
You're
8.
the 8. So it's 8 in all. Okay, and I have 3 others. Okay, so we're going to move on to flavor sauce, y'all.
Ooh, last 2.
So this one I just got yesterday, actually.
Yes.
So I found this. I was downtown Asheville. And I was asking around, and somebody told me that the Mexican restaurant Salsas had the most amazing salsa. And I'm like, or hot sauce.
Hot sauce,
and I'm like, something that's in this one, though, is ghost pepper.
Oh, Lord.
And it's got cayenne, too. And then also, it has dill in it. I have never seen dill put in a hot sauce before. So I'm super excited to try this one. It's literally just called flavor sauce, but...
Did you put it on your wing?
I did put it on my wing.
This one's got ghost pepper in it. All right, let's see what
happens.
happens.
It's got ghost pepper. Let's see what happens.
Here we go. Oh, it's tasty. That is a tasty burger.
It's a burger?
It's a Pulp Fiction quote.
Oh, man.
Wait.
I'm kind of waiting till I put more on it to wait for the heat. Because it does have ghost pepper. But
This ghost pepper must be late in the game.
I mean,
It's hot.
I mean, it tastes really good, though.
I only have one question because we had a duplicate question last time. So, why did you most want to move to North Carolina?
To get you away from Florida and me away from Florida because of some,
Situation.
family stuff going on with our kids,
It's pretty brilliant.
Sometimes if you have like a change, it kind of brings things into perspective, or...
I did not know that.
That's really why. Plus, I feel like you can't live in the same place your whole entire life.
Me or anyone?
You.
Yeah.
I haven't lived in the same place my whole life. Even though I was younger, you gotta experience some change.
Yeah, I agree. So you moved here for me, is basically what you just said.
Uh-huh.
Do you ever wish you could get back to Florida?
Never, not one moment. Sorry, everybody. What's your favorite book?
You know this one.
Fight Club.
Yes, Fight Club from Chuck Palahniuk. Wait a minute, what's your favorite book? Wait, The Hunger Games.
Yeah.
All right, let's finalize this.
Oh my gosh.
This has been really fun. You guys are watching like an hour version. We're on like hour 6. Not really, but...
Like, we've been at it for like 2 to 3 hours.
Well, we always are with this.
I know.
All right.
Okay.
This last sauce is called A la Brava Hot Sauce. Are you brave enough to try the Mayan Ghost?
No, it's Mayan Ghost by A la Brava. So I know it's deceiving. A la Brava is the name of the company.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Oh, you said it backwards.
Oh, my bad.
And it's called Mayan Ghost, which just scares me already.
Yeah, so the company is A la Brava Hot Sauce.
Yep.
The sauce itself is Mayan Ghost. And if I try to scan, it's made in Winston-Salem. Mm-hmm. It's made in small batches. I'm going to tell you what it's made of. It's made of water, ghost pepper mash.
Ooh, that's the worst. That's the seeds and everything, people.
Habanero pepper mash, red chili pepper, tamarind extract, carrots, salt, brown spices, honey, blah, 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 blah. Some good stuff.
All right, I love it.
So this is the real one. I'm going to go all in just because we didn't get really burned yet on this. So I am going heavy. Oh, boy. It's a little watery.
Okay.
Let's see what happens here.
Oh, goodness.
I'm going to wait for you on this one. I made the whole wing just like that. That's exactly what I did. Look, just so you know. Look at me.
I see you. Okay, I'm not. Oh.
You ready?
Actually, it smells really good.
Here we go.
Okay. I'm trying not to touch my lips. Oh, it has a little bit of sweetness to it.
Watch this last one be like a total wimpy sauce. Excellent flavor though, wow. Easy peasy. None of them killed us this year.
Well, what was the hottest one to you?
100%.
That one and this one. That jalapeno one, for some reason.
Oh, this was good and hot.
Remember that jalapeno one snuck up on you?
So, Spicer's Dragon Breath to me was the hottest. To Angie, the Sugar Skull Hot Sauce, Jalapeno, Tequila, and Lime. Ooh, this one's climbing.
It's really good though.
Such good sauces. All these were amazing. And as we wrap up, let's hit our last few questions here. What's your favorite season up here so far? We've been here since December.
I mean, we haven't been here through a fall yet, but I think spring was my favorite because there was so much stuff blooming. Share your blue cheese, buddy.
Blue cheese already. What?
Oh my God.
That was my favorite too. Is that funny?
Okay, this took about a good 30 seconds before it hit.
Oh, it's hitting now. I'm sweating under my eyes. The spring was my favorite too. I mean, I love summer, and honestly, my favorite winter ever, weather-wise, was here.
Oh yeah.
We got snow. Spring is amazing.
Yeah. Ooh.
All right.
Okay. Anyway, that's a wrap. That's all the hot sauces. We did 8 local hot sauces this year. Super excited. Hey, if you have a hot sauce that you want to be featured on the show next July 29th, which is National Chicken Wing Day. I want to say Hot Wing Day, but it's Chicken Wing Day, and we add the hot in there.
I think everyone just does chicken wings hot.
Yeah.
But, I'm burning up now. I'm runny nose.
I know. If you have a hot sauce you want to be featured on the show next year, please message us on any of our social media, or you can send us an email at fineanddangie@gmail.com and let us know the sauce that you would like to be featured on the show.
And we want to give a big shout out to all the small businesses that made all the hot sauces that we tried tonight, all the beers that we had tonight. We love promoting small business, and this particular episode is so fun for us. We hope you got to know us a bit more as we're new to the area. If you have a small business and you're interested in coming on the show, please reach out to all the channels that Angie just mentioned. We love meeting with small businesses. We love visiting and supporting small businesses. And we hope that you love learning about other small businesses in the area that maybe you didn't know about.
Thank you so much for tuning in once again this week. And remember, at the end of each and every day,
it's all fine and dandy.